So hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Whiskey Tales. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Prohibition era. It was a very interesting era, and there are so many interesting stories and tales that come out of the Prohibition, and different parts of the world had different types of Prohibition at different periods of time. The longest Prohibition that we know of and the most famous one is actually the US Prohibition, where there are lots and lots of fascinating stories on how the bootleggers used to get involved, how the whiskey was actually bought and sold during the Prohibition. Now here is another very interesting piece of whiskey from that period. I've talked about brands earlier, and they're literally the brand that fired the gun on the starting line of single malt whiskey. So it's not surprising that they're associated with Prohibition in this manner as well. Prohibition, as I said, was a very interesting era, and everyone came up with one of the most creative ways of consuming whiskey. What I have here is a very interesting box of Grand Standfast. Now this is extremely rare to come by, even as individual bottles, leave it on a full box. So what you're looking for is an absolutely amazing piece for the collectors. But now let me show you. This was also a display box for the countertops. Very interesting bottles of whiskey which are called the matchbox whiskies at the time. Now what is so interesting about it is the boxes look and feel exactly like a matchbox. They also have a striking side to light your matches on. But what's inside really is a bottle of really tiny bottle of whiskey, as you can see here. And this was used during the Prohibition, where people would just keep them in their pocket. If caught by the police or any regulators at best, they would first try to pass this off as, oh, it's a matchbox. And without a deeper interrogation, it would actually pass for a matchbox at the time. But what's inside was a really tiny shot of whiskey. Now what it says here is this is the world's smallest bottle of whiskey, but that was at the time. Now the world's smallest bottle is much smaller. I have a lot of those as well, and they're in the Guinness Book of Records, still the same, but that's a story for another time. So happy investing, happy collecting, happy storytelling, and happy whiskey tales.